Good afternoon, everyone. This is Tulio Siragusa with Dojo Live. Welcome back. Today is Tuesday, August 18th, 2020. We're talking today to Ajay, who's the CEO and co-founder of Vyrill. But before we speak to him, I want to welcome my co-host, Carlos Ponce, just outside of Mexico City. Welcome back, Carlos. Here we go. And Ajay, welcome to the show. It's great to have you. We're looking forward to the conversation we're going to have with you today. But before we do that, would you please introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about you.
Yeah, so hi, everyone. I'm Ajay Bam and CEO and co-founder of Vyrill. So my background is really, I've been studying shopping behaviors for about 15 years. Previously I actually started a mobile shopping app company and then went to work for Nokia, where I launched the App Store in over 35 countries. So I study what gets people to click online and offline and how to bridge the experiences together. So I've been studying shopping behaviors for a very long time. And so really this study and really led me to starting my current venture, which is Vyrill. And really, the story behind starting Vyrill was about 7 years ago. When smartphones took off, I began noticing that a lot of customers were watching videos before they shopped. So 5 years ago, this was mostly on YouTube, and then it switched, it moved, and what was added was Instagram. And then from Instagram, it went to, so today we have many platforms like TikTok, of course. There are local platforms around the world as well, in China, India, and other countries. So essentially what's happening now is a lot of customers, before they shop, they're going online to YouTube, and they're looking for video reviews, unboxing videos, how-to videos to really help them make informed purchase decisions. So we're seeing massive amounts of video consumption and creation. So I began to notice this pattern that a lot of people had started watching videos. And so for a lot of brands and retailers, as customers are watching videos, they wanted to start engaging their audiences and their customers with videos as well. And so today, we have massive amounts of videos, both authentic, organic, and branded content that we now see on social media and web. So how can brands help customers make informed purchase decisions is really the problem that we're trying to solve at Vyrill. So we're helping brands and retailers increase revenue and find new customers by leveraging video reviews, unboxing videos, how-to videos, and more content for insights, demand gen, and content marketing. So really at Vyrill, what we have done is we have trained machines to watch millions of videos, and then to essentially match those videos to products, and then understand what's actually happening inside the video by analyzing video, text, audio, and images, and then help brand marketeers leverage all that content for product marketing. So that's really what we do at Vyrill. We're a video commerce solutions company.
Wow, exciting. Definitely the right time to be in business doing all that. So we're going to dig in a little bit. Carlos, let's introduce the conversation today and get to know what Vyrill is doing a little bit better. You're on mute.
Why are you surprised, Tulio? I'm always on mute.
I'm not. At least you're not delayed like yesterday.
Exactly. Good. So Tulio, well, yeah. I'm known as the mute guy because I always start speaking on mute. Okay, yeah. Today we're going to be speaking about video and AI, reshaping e-commerce experiences and customer reviews. Or in other words, will the future of e-commerce begin and end with video experiences? So that's the topic we're going to be talking about today. First question that I have for our guest today is, Ajay, why did you choose this particular topic? Why do you think it was relevant for today's conversation? Welcome to the show.
Yeah, so thank you. I mean, that's a great question. So I think it's interesting. We're now living in this COVID times, and we're already seeing that in the past, I would say 20 weeks since March, video consumption and creation is up 400%. And so what's happening now is a lot of consumers who previously had perhaps never operated video software before, or had never made their first video on YouTube or TikTok or any other social media platforms, they're starting to watch a lot of content and produce a lot of content. And this is happening both in our professional lives and it's happening in personal lives. So video has begun to really take off. It's begun to really reshape our experiences. As we all know, we're spending more time on Zoom. And if not, we're spending more time on the other screen, which is mobile. So video is beginning to play a big role, and more importantly, so right now in times of at the time of COVID. And so what's happening now is, if you think about our shopping experiences, right? Many of us are very comfortable wearing a mask and going to a store, while there are others who are saying, you know what, I'm not. And if you're in that demographic where you're more likely to susceptible to COVID, you're doing more shopping from home. So when you're shopping from home, right? What is the first thing you do when you're buying? Well, you go on Google, you start with search, or you go on Amazon, or you go on YouTube, right? And so we're beginning to see a lot more people saying, hey, I can't physically go into a store, I can't physically touch a product. Well, let me watch a video to see how the product works, or what other people are saying about the product, or and more. So really, video is growing, and honestly, in the last I would say 20 weeks, we have seen a video transformation, and it's happening in all walks and lives, and it's also happening in e-commerce. So I think the topic today about video and AI is very relevant, because we're also entering this phase now in where we are with AI as well, where it is now possible to actually analyze and train machines to watch videos.
Okay, totally makes sense.
Thank you, Ajay.
Totally makes sense. Video is here to stay. There's a tremendous amount of consumption, and also consumers producing it for various reasons, mostly for entertainment purposes, but also with intent to draw audience, right? And then convert those audience into opportunities. So what role does Vyrill play in this process of producing and consuming the video, specifically for brands?
Right. So essentially what's happening now is, and this has been going on for the last 10 years now, since YouTube and Instagram came about. So what's happening now is, if you think of big brands like L'Oreal or BMW or Nike, just to give you an example, a brand like L'Oreal has more than 20 million videos on a platform like YouTube among their 40+ brands. And so a brand like L'Oreal is struggling with, who's making the video on what platform. What are they saying about my product and brand? Is it positive or negative? And if someone made a great review, is there a way for me to understand that it happened right away as soon as it happens? And is there a way for me to leverage that video immediately for my product marketing or my purchase experience on my product page? So the struggle is going on across all brands. Pretty much, any brand that has a lot of video content or is starting to produce content, they're looking for ways to understand what's already out there. They're looking to understand who is making that content. Is it their target demographic? And then they want to target those demographics with video experiences. So that's really where Vyrill comes in. So essentially, we do two things really well. First, we have built technology on a scale to match millions of videos on YouTube, or it could even be a folder of videos, to match videos to the entire L'Oreal or a product catalog, or it could be the BMW car catalog, or it could be a CPG catalog. We're able to match videos to product, category, brand, and competitors. And then we're able to go inside the video and we analyze the video we analyze the text, audio, and images in 9 different ways. Everything from sentiment, topic, scene, demographic, diversity, brand safety, trends, keywords, topics, and scenes, and we help brands understand the best and the worst of content. And then the goal is, after we discover that, all this, we offer insights, and then we're building mechanisms and ways for brands to license all that content at scale for product marketing. And so this could be a video that's already out there, or perhaps this could be a campaign they run with their existing customers who have already purchased the product. And so essentially, that's really the core of our tech, is that we're able to do this, analyze massive amounts of video and understand them for brand marketers and retailers at scale.
So Ajay, I want to dig in a little bit more on the uses and applications. So at the risk of oversimplifying this, what I heard is similar to what a lot of the social media monitoring, sentiment analysis technologies that came out, I dare say 10 years ago, that really were very text focused. And there were many applications. One was to identify response to a campaign, reputation management challenges, really scour the social stream, if you will, to identify potential risks and opportunities. And a lot of tech came around that. A lot of those tech companies have actually been acquired since. So what I'm hearing is now with video, which is a lot more complex in terms of capturing that, you've created a similar platform that allows a brand to, one, track what's being said about them, two, identify where there's some traction, what is creating traction, or conversely, what is a risk factor in terms of what bad things perhaps are being said, to try to identify those things to correct. And also, but then you go a step further to categorize these into certain buckets so that the brand can get smarter about how they're taking advantage of the video platforms to promote their product. Are these all the uses? What also are the uses that the use cases for the product?
Yeah, and so to be honest with you, like, there's so many use cases, but if you ask me, on my number one use case for brands and retailers, honestly, it's at the end of the day, what they really care about is conversion, right? So help me generate more revenue and help me find new customers. And so ultimately, we're focusing on use cases that drive two of these very core KPIs for brands and retailers. And what that means is really, in terms of our product, is finding authentic video content, right? So I think at the end of the day, customers trust other customers, right? I mean, for most of us, our shopping experiences will start on Google. By the way, Google is now showing you shopping ads on the first line. You're then seeing search results with 5-star with text reviews, and then on the third row, you're seeing videos, right? So we're starting our shopping journeys with search. We then go to the product page. We then scroll down and we look for reviews, right? Now, what's interesting in the context of video is very rich. It's very powerful. What makes video very trustworthy is that you can see the product, you can see the person, and you can see the emotions. So it's not like a text review where you didn't even know if the customer had the product or not, right? Here in the video, you can actually see the product, and the customer owned it or had it. So that actually adds a whole lot of trustworthiness. And so for us, we really want to help brands and retailers help develop that authentic content that can help their customers make informed purchase decisions. And with video, it's more than a review, right? Yes, reviews are important, but at the same time, with video, you see a lot of unboxing videos now. I mean, there's more than 3 billion unboxing videos on YouTube. And it's interesting, why, people are always asking me this question, why unboxing? And it's very simple. Customers don't trust brands. They want to see what they're getting into when they open the box. So that's why unboxing videos are very popular. How-to videos, DIY videos, right? So point being is that we focus on our biggest use cases. We focus on finding, developing, and leveraging commerce videos. And I define commerce video as any video that helps customers or their customers make informed purchase decisions about the product or a competitor product. And we're also seeing a lot of comparison videos. I mean, you see so many, and if you look at automotive, you always see comparison videos between two cars. We're seeing more of that even in product. We're seeing a lot of list videos, top 10 lipstick brands. We're seeing all this, right? And again, at the end of the day, this really helps customers make their informed purchase decisions.
It's interesting, the evolution of the promise of social media, which was to empower the consumer, right, to be at the helm. And we've seen the evolution even in terms of the self-service platforms that exist, which enables consumers to get consistent service because it's the service you provide to yourself, right? So they've eliminated that layer of complexity. And what I'm hearing now, there's an additional sales channel that has been created, that what your platform allows is to capture the sales channel, which is people actually selling on behalf of the product by doing an unboxing or by doing a comparison or review. They're essentially a sales channel. And companies that want to get access to such a sales channel should probably have this kind of technology. Let's talk about a little bit about the challenges in leveraging this to encouraging end users to do more of this. Have you seen use cases where brands are beginning to have, similar to the way they compensate influencers, for example, on Instagram? Is that program part of the commerce solution that you guys are thinking to facilitate? Where does your solution end? Are you enabling additional tools, perhaps in the roadmap, eventually to enable influencers to, i.e., receive compensation and things of that sort? Tell us a little bit about the future plan.
Absolutely. So that's a great question. Honestly, no one wants to, in the right mind, wants to steal your video. So what I mean by that is, if you made a great video about a product, brands want to be able to leverage that video with your permission. So to answer your question, we offer different business models with our platform. So essentially, we're solving a big problem, which is we're helping customers find the best videos. We're helping the creator, when they make a video, get compensated for it in some form or shape when the video is found or discovered. And we help brands find and leverage the best content for product marketing. And this can be, so our solution touches upon a little bit of influencer marketing, but at the end of the day, we also do this on scale. So brands can use our tools to capture video content, both from their existing customers or on social media channels. They can capture authentic organic content at scale. So we're more than an influencer platform. We're building tools, both widgets and APIs that brands can essentially drag and drop on their product page, and it can drive the entire customer, influence the entire customer experience, all the way from discovering that video on a product page with SEO to actually enabling the shopper journey on the product page and then to the shopping cart and buy. So that's really, like, we want to touch upon all the different areas of the customer purchase journey. And so there are different mechanisms and tools to do that and optimize that experience with all things video. And honestly, I think, to be honest, what's happening now is, Amazon is already leading the way. So I don't know if the audience and you're familiar with the fact that Amazon in Q4 launched a new store. It's called Watch and Buy, where you can watch videos and buy products. And so it starts with an...
Sounds like a dangerous kind of store.
It starts with watching a video and infomercial from a brand, and it leads you into the product page. And on the product page, you can actually see a lot of organic video reviews, unboxing videos, and all that, right? And my estimate right now is Amazon has already amassed, more than probably 100 million videos on their website already in many categories, right? Now, Amazon, of course, Amazon being Amazon, they have the tools, the AI tools that they've built themselves. They have the data, they have the e-commerce engine to bring it all together. But maybe the rest of the world doesn't. And so that's really where we come in, right? We can offer exactly the same service that Amazon does, but we can offer this to other brands and retailers, where we're able to capture content, analyze content, and help them develop content, and then ultimately drive conversion with all things video.
Ajay, I have a question, and I know that we're basically fundamentally talking about video and AI.
Yeah.
My question is not AI related. It's more on the content side of the equation. And I know that this conversation is driven more or in the context of consumer video and branding and brand for companies. But when let's say that I'm a video content creator, and I wish to I don't know, get the word out, and I want people to find me. And what would you say that in the case of video that is being uploaded to a channel, what would you say that should be the complementary items that are needed or required to help with the SEO? And I'm asking this because we've had this conversation internally here at the company. We've discussed that video alone won't cut it when it comes to SEO. We need text, we need words, we need copy, right? But and so that's why in some of the Dojo Lives' landing pages, you see transcripts, you see other elements. So in the case of content marketing, video content marketing, what would you say should be? Is there an ideal combination or an ideal winning formula to make it all work? I'm just curious about this particular aspect. Yeah. I don't know if you can comment on that.
That's a great question. I mean, so I think if you think about how Google indexes data, right, or search engines index data, right? The problem that Google has is they're good as long as there's text on the page. But the moment Google index search engine hits a video, well, that's a showstopper for them, right? And the reason is very simple. Google does not have a technology to go inside the video. And what I'm saying is they don't have it when they crawl. They're not able to analyze what's actually happening inside the video, right? And so to answer your question, absolutely, I think there's a couple of things that are absolutely essential for your video to get discovered on the Google search engine. And that's really contextualizing your video in the context of your business, right? So for example, in the context of e-commerce, right? We're adding all the, in addition to adding the transcript, we're actually adding a lot of new tags with the video of actually what's happening inside the video, right? Everything from information about brand safety to perhaps even a ranking of this review, right? To actually generating a list of top keywords from the video, right? So all this ultimately plays a role into getting that video discovered in those search engines, and then in the process helping brands, drive their traffic to their site, or even discover a creator that they've never discovered before, right? So I would say that, coming back to your question, I think as creators are producing content, it's absolutely important to tag the content in at least in some form or shape and add the transcript. So if there's transcript, maybe a company like us can then advance that transcript by generating a lot of useful keywords and tags that can be useful for search engines, right? So already the HTML, the schema group that defines the HTML pages and the formats, they've already defined a format for video as well. And so we're working now at Vyrill as well to develop and create a whole new format for video reviews. Because video reviews is more than just a text, more than 5 stars, right? What if we could give you more information of actually what's happening inside the demographic data, the keywords, the brand safety information, the scenes, what are the backgrounds that were featured in this video, right? So all that could be very helpful for the customer in their shopping journey, and also searching videos. When you have a 30-minute video, it's impossible, right? I mean, all humans were impatient. We want to just get to the point inside the video sometimes when we're looking for something, right? So you want to make that video searchable. And that's really one of the core things we do, is we make that video searchable with Vyrill for everyone.
Yeah, I love this concept. I mean, the reality is someone's 3 stars, someone else's 5 star, and vice versa. So the only verifiable proof is obviously some video that shows. I'm thinking of like a resort or a hotel or something of that nature that someone might have wrote some decent reviews. But then you look at if you actually saw videos. Sometimes videos are a little bit better than pictures too. Pictures can show something greater than what it is. So kudos. And it sounds to me that the trick to getting your video noticed is find out all the Vyrill clients and just mention their names in your own video clips, because then they'll track you and bubble you up, and that's a good way to get yourself some traction. Here's a little hack that people can leverage. Let's talk a little bit about your journey as a company. You guys have been around for how long now?
For about 3 years now.
2 years. So
yes,
this is prime time ready, or is this still under development? Where are you right now in your product roadmap?
Yeah, so absolutely. So we have built a very robust insights engine to actually capture videos and analyze videos. We're doing it from multiple platforms. So we have a very robust video capture, video insights platform. And most recently, a couple of months ago during COVID, we launched licensing. So now brands can actually license content, both individually or at scale, through our platform. And so we're solving all the problems that they encounter and how they want to influence and leverage all the content for the shopping journey. So now we're continuing to build widgets and tools for them to be able to distribute that licensed video to multiple channels, right? It could be online, it could be your mobile app, it could be your partners that you sell your product through. So we're building tools now for distributing that content, and the widget that can pop up on your product page, and where customers can find relevant videos. The widget can even be personalized based on who's actually landing on the page. So to answer your question, absolutely, our platform is robust. It is already built. It's already live with a lot of brands. So we started with a number of brands in beauty, automotive, electronics, CPG, media, entertainment categories, and we're continuing to build on that. And of course, I think when you have massive amounts of video, there is no way for humans to manually watch a video and understand it. And so it's absolutely I truly believe that only machines and AI can do this at scale. And the reason that's possible is that now with the right amount of computing power, both NVIDIA, Google, they've designed the chips now that can do a simple task of just analyzing scenes, but they can do this at scale, they can do this at speed, and they can do this at cost, right? I mean, if you had asked me, could we have done this maybe even like 5 or 6 years ago? Possibly not, at scale and cost. Now, right, we can. And I think finally, I think, to be honest, the third part of this is also talent. Finally, we are able to acquire talent. There are a lot of universities, schools, other programs that are advancing AI out there. So I think now, finally, I think we're also able to find talent that can help deliver on these solutions and more. So I think it's the perfect trifecta in a way of video, AI, and I would say that COVID, I would add to that, has really sort of brought all video together.
Sometimes you have to wait for the technology to catch up with the idea, and sometimes you get lucky with something disastrous like COVID actually advances some use cases as well. Sounds like you guys are off to the races. We're up on time. We've got maybe a minute left. Any words of wisdom in terms of anything you've learned about yourself in this journey of building this business so far?
Yeah, I would say that I think one thing that COVID has done for us as a business and for me personally is it's really forced us to take a pause in our lives, right? Whether it's a professional life and personal life. And, I think I won't be lying that March was a month when, brands and retailers, everyone was trying to find their way through, was struggling with where do we go from here. And I think for anyone and everyone that decided, took a pause, I think it's been very helpful. It's been helpful for us to reassess, where we are as a business, where we are in our personal lives, where we are with our family, who's important, who's not, who isn't, who's really thought about you during COVID. So I think, to me, at the end of the day, I think this situation has brought me to a place where it's really helped me sort of reflect on what's important in life, what's important in business, who cares, right? And how do we really care for our humanity as well? It's not about me, it's about us, right? I think there's a business if there's a consumer, if we're all alive. and if our humanity is alive, right? And so I think it's really brought all of this together. I mean, to be honest, like we have seen the best leadership and the worst leadership come out in this time. And I can't tell you how many leadership lessons I've learned just listening and watching to what's out there. How are leaders reacting to both COVID, and then in the midst of this, the Black Lives Matters movement that happened as well. So honestly, it's a great lesson for leaders and for everyone to observe leadership.
Yes, I think we will be unraveling a lot of those lessons for many, many years. Thanks for joining us, Ajay. It's been a pleasure to have you. We'll wish you a lot of success. Definitely want to have you back sometime in the future. Let's hear some more case studies and success stories. Thank you for joining us. Carlos, we got one more show this week, right? Tomorrow, one more?
No, I'm not on mute. I was just teasing. No, I'm not on mute. I was just teasing.
You're playing with us. I love it.
Yeah.
You got it.
Tomorrow, yeah, exactly. We still have two great interviews this week. Tomorrow we have one. Tomorrow we'll be speaking with Jeff Allen. We had him as a guest 4 years ago, and we're lucky enough to have him again. He is the CEO and founder of a learning platform called the Well Learning Library, and the topic was going to be healthy people, healthy buildings, and a healthy environment. That's Jeff Allen, gentlemen and ladies. And on Thursday, we'll be speaking with Nirit Rubenstein, the CEO and co-founder of a very different line of business, a platform called Dovely, which is it's a credit repair and monitoring platform also. So I don't have the topic yet. The guest hasn't sent it over, but I look forward to that one and see if we can salvage anything from our horrible history with credit. Hopefully, Nirit is going to be there to save us, some of us. So good. So that's what we have, Tulio. And well, the only thing left for me is to thank our guests, and thank you, Tulio, as ever. See you next time.
Stay safe, everyone.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks, everyone.